Okay, here we have 11.5. We're going to compute the materials price and quantity and total variances again, just like we did with the BE 11.4. This has two different scenarios, so in this video right here, I'm just going to do A, and then I will have another video to do B. So again, the first thing we have to do is defluff it, right? So like I said, we're only going to do A this time. Standard cost for product B, blah, blah. So it uses 3 units of direct materials at $5 per unit. So my standard is 3 units. And the cost is $5 per unit. During June, 29,000 units of direct materials are purchased at a cost of $470 per unit, and we actually use 29,000 units of direct materials to make 9,400 units. Okay, so our actual was we made 9,400 units. What else did they tell me here? So we actually used 29,000. So we bought 29,000, and we also used the same 29,000. And then we actually paid $470 per unit. Okay, so now we can go through and plug the information in here. Now here, they don't give us the total of what we paid. They give us our cost per unit. So for up here, what we're going to do then is we're just going to take my actual quantity, which that's not supposed to be $, just a comma. Okay, so we actually had 29,000 units, and we actually paid $4.70. $4.70 per unit. So that means my actual, what I really paid was 29,000 times 470. So I actually paid $136,300. Now my actual quantity, you'll notice that the actual quantity is going to be the same thing. So I can just bring this over here. So I've got my actual quantity. Now here I have to just plug in my standard price, which was $5 per unit. So then 29,000 times 5 gives me $145. So you can see right here, because we paid $470 per unit here and 5 here, we know it's going to be a favorable variance, right? We don't know by how much, but because we actually paid less than we anticipated. Therefore, my price variance is going to be $8,700. Now again, the question is favorable or unfavorable. Well, if we paid less than we anticipated, then that is going to be a favorable variance. Okay. Now here again, we're going to have to take that extra step to calculate our standard quantity. So if it's supposed to take me 3 units per unit made, I'm going to multiply that by the 9,400, and that will be my standard quantity, and I'm going to multiply that by my $5 per unit. Alright, so is everybody with me there? And so 3 times 9,400 gives me 28,200. So 28,200 direct material units times my standard price of $5 gives me 141. So now I have to compare this and this. So my actual standard was 145, this was 141. Therefore I have a $4,000. Is it favorable or un? Well, I actually used more than I anticipated. Therefore that's going to be an unfavorable variance. Now when we're calculating the total variance and we have our price and quantity variances, the last example that we did there, they were both the same, so we could just add them together. But here, they're different. We've got one favorable, one unfavorable. So what you're going to do is take the larger of the two, the 8,700, subtract the smaller of 4,000. So that's going to give us 4,700. And whatever the largest is, that's what it's going to be, because that's what's left. So that's going to be favorable. Or again, you can just look out here. We got the 136.3 and the 141. Okay, that's really your total variance. Okay, I hope this is starting to make sense. I'm going to do another video for B in a minute. So if you have any questions, again, please let me know. And I just keep working through this stuff. The more you do it, the easier it gets.